So I've been thinking about dying. Yep, it's become very real. As existential therapists talk a lot about death, but when we do so, we tend to talk about it in theoretical terms, as in it's very important to be aware that we all die and that we need to be prepared for this, and that only in death do we become complete, and all kinds of wonderful ideas about the dying that comes to you sometime. We also speak about how we have to accept our limits and our limitations and be aware of the small death we die every day in a way, or the death we die when other people die. But this is different. This is realizing that if I get the virus and I get it bad and my lungs seize up and I'm hospitalized, I will be triaged out to die rather than get ventilated. And that is a scary new idea because it brings death really, really close in a very anxiety-provoking fashion. Fortunately, it also raises my rebellion because I do not think it is right to make these moral decisions suddenly like that, in a medical way, deciding that people over a certain age are not worth saving. That is just outrageous. I spent my entire 68 years of life trying to hone myself, trying to study everything there was to be studied in terms of religion, psychology, philosophy, human existence, human experience, politics, my inner understanding of myself day after day, in order to acquire a kind of experience that was filtered, understood and reflected on, which is, approximating some kind of emotional, intellectual, human, lived, existential wisdom. So that can only be acquired after much long experience. In most societies, people honor the wise elder people in their lives, and they know that they need to listen to them, and they need to value them, and they need to have them amongst the young people to learn from as role models. And now suddenly we're being treated as if we're surplus to requirements. No, 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 that's not the right way forward. Surely, if we're already ill and we cannot be cured of this illness and it leads to our death, that's one thing, I understand that. But for those of us who feel vital and who feel we have a decade at least ahead of us, or maybe 2 decades ahead of us, during which we have so much to contribute to the world, give us a little thought. Don't just eliminate so easily what could be more precious than you think, the knowledge and wisdom of us, people who try to live not just for ourselves, not just in order to enjoy life and take from it, but actually give something to others and contribute to the world. Start thinking a little more carefully and maybe get some philosophers in on the moral judgments and the decision making. We do need people who know about these things to think it through instead of making another mistake.